Hello everyone and welcome back to more Portsmouth. It's picking up Pompey here on FM22 and we are back. It's halfway through our second season in charge in the Championship. Let's see how we're getting on. I said last time I thought maybe this season we would get in the playoffs. That's probably where we'd end up, and so far I was right, which is quite concerning. It doesn't normally happen. But yes, we're currently well in contention for the playoffs and indeed potentially automatic promotion as well. Not as champions, but second place it might be possible. We are third place behind the Championship juggernauts of Norwich and Fulham, who just are always in the Championship and always seem to win it. Will we go up? I don't know. Remains to be seen. So how have we got to this position? Well, obviously, from a practical point of view, as said in the previous episode, I'm going to do a video sort of start, middle and end of each season over the course of the rest of the save, just sort of, for how I want to do things. And last time, of course, we did open the season off with a 2-1 win against Middlesbrough. And since then, well, we're in third, so it's gone pretty well. We immediately then lost on penalties to Swansea in the Carabao Cup. We will be playing Swansea in the live game later on today. We then lost to Ipswich. I slagged off Ipswich last time, obviously promoted with us from League One. So this was annoying, really annoying, really annoying. But hey, we then had a great run in August to win against Coventry, a 3-1 win against Frank Lampard's Brentford, who were relegated from the Premier League. Great performance, probably the best performance of the season so far. 0-0 with Preston, a 2-1 win against Peterborough, and then a 3-1 win against Birmingham City. Led to a really good September as well. A win against Luton, a win against Crewe, and a win against Swansea. Some revenge there. By this point, we were top of the league, which was against expectations. A draw with Blackburn, a win at Millwall, and a 2-2 draw with West Bromwich Albion before, well, we drew with Fulham, who've got Eloquim Mangala, which is just weird, and then we proceeded to beat Norwich. An 87th minute goal from Dane Scarlett getting the job done. Yeah, at this point we were top of the league. We had a little bit of a lead, but it's gone, as you can see from the results that then followed. We lost to Hull. We beat Norwich and then immediately lose to Hull. Disappointing. Beat Stoke, beat QPR in the final game before the World Cup, which was won by Colombia. I did not know that. I was going to say not England, because I know Gareth Southgate got sacked because I saw that come up, but okay, yep, Colombia won the World Cup in 2022, beating Holland on penalties. Right, okay. Argentina come third. Right. How did they do that? We're getting this is a bit of a diversion, but we need to look at this. Colombia, they're not a bad side, obviously, but to win the World Cup, the Qatar World Cup, you would not have expected this. So they beat England in the group, so great start there. A draw with Croatia and then a win over Mali. They then played Mexico, Senegal. They then beat Argentina and then they beat Holland in the final. Okay, yeah, that is impressive. Holland actually also don't have real players in this year's game either, so quite how they got to the final as well, I don't know, but there we are. That was interesting. Anyway, clearly it was too interesting for the players watching, because we then came back, we beat Bath in a friendly, and then we had a 3-game losing streak. We lost to Crystal Palace, no real shame in that, relegated from the Premier League as well. They still have odds in Edouard, but then we lost to Barnsley at home, and we lost to Bristol City as well. Very annoying. Did a team meeting, and then we had a 3-game winning run. We beat Reading, we beat Nottingham Forest, and we beat Barnsley, all of which is very good. We then proceeded to lose to Crewe, who won the League One playoff last season. So, not ideal, but we have most recently beaten Leyton Orient 1-0 in the FA Cup, which of course leaves us, as we've seen, in third, 49 points. It's not a bad return. Our goal scoring is not good compared to the teams either side of us, but we are keeping some, a lot of clean sheets. We have a better defensive record than Fulham, not as good as Norwich, which is very unrealistic in terms of Premier League Norwich, but still a great place to be in. However, the club is not a great place to be in at the moment. Everyone is very unhappy. Well, I say everyone, a lot of people are unhappy. There's a lot of morale issues. Basically, all the squad players we signed in the summer last time, they are all upset. And I don't know why all of them are. Some of them I think I did accidentally give them too high a squad status, or, well, I say accidentally. I gave him too high a squad status to get them to sign. But Michael Rose is only a fringe player, and yet he's upset, which makes no sense. Basically, we go on here. The issue we're having is Jacob Davenport, Dominic Gape, and Michael Rose. I posted the Michael Rose one on the FM Reddit, all unhappy, and that's causing issues with the senior players. I don't really understand this feature. I don't remember this happening last year, but basically, I think because they are considered by the game to be influential. I think if we look in the social groups, I think it's the social groups aspect, because they're in this group. Although Davenport isn't, which makes even less sense. But anyway, because they're unhappy, it's affecting the dressing room, and the senior players in the dressing room, namely Marquise, Robertson, and Raggett, are all attempting to rectify the situation by asking for these guys to play, which of course makes no sense. In the Michael Rose one in particular, which I don't think we can see. Oh no, we can. It wasn't too long ago. We can. This is what I posted on Reddit. So they're basically saying, the two starting centre-backs are saying, we need to play the third choice centre-back, which of course would mean that they wouldn't play. So where's the logic there? So yeah, this is fun. Very annoying. They don't have much support. But the fact that they have support from senior players is pretty frustrating. I mean, let's just discuss this one. I'm going to say what I said on the other ones. Disappointing we haven't been able to find a way to resolve this problem. Well, we can resolve the problem, John. The way to solve the problem is you shut up about it. I mean, it's ridiculous. Let's say this. Okay, Robertson's fine with that. These two, no, they're let down. Well, I'm just going to move on. I mean, why would I change the team and play players who aren't as good just to keep them happy? Because then we're not going to win. Anyway, some players are so unhappy that they've actually left. They've been sold. Basically, all of these guys, except for one, their contracts were up anyway at the end of the season, so I figured they weren't going to renew. We might as well get a bit of money for them. Callum Johnson has gone to MK Dons for £15,000. Rico Hackett has gone to Burton Albion for £10,000, and he's been joined by Jordan Thornley for £31,000. So, some of these signings have worked out really well, but, we signed him on a free, so we've made a profit. The most substantial one, though, is also because he was unhappy. Jack Rolls has gone permanently to Apwell Nicosia in Cyprus. He is a Cypriot international. This one was kind of too good to turn down. Yeah, he wanted to leave, hasn't played at all apart from in the Cup. They offered us £375,000 and then just said we could have him back on loan for free for the rest of the season. So for a free transfer in the summer, we've made a lot of money out of that, if nothing else, which is not so bad. To replace the departing players, I don't want to sign anyone permanently really, because we'll just be able to get better players in the summer. So we have gone with Jack Grimmer from Preston on loan as our backup right back. He's quite good, actually. Probably, sort of weaker than Freeman, but not bad. So, useful to get. And Harvey White has joined on loan from Spurs, a free loan from our parent club, which is not too bad. He is obviously a midfielder principally, but he can actually play quite competently at centre-back, so he can fill in if we really need him. There may be other departures, of course, with the unhappy players, but I don't really want to sell anyone else because I just can't be bothered. January transfer window, for me, it's just a faff. I like doing the business in the summer. And the only other sort of off-field news is the stadium, which I think back in the first season, we had a message along the lines of that one of the stands was being closed, I think. It wasn't really very clear as to why that was, but we did get a message, which is it's long gone. I didn't take a screenshot of it because I'm very professional. But basically, I think they were just redeveloping one of the stands, I think, because there was a message about how the capacity was expanded, something like that. Anyway, it's 20,769 now, which seems good. So we're happy with that. So right then, let's play Swansea and see how we're shaping up. We are, of course, well in contention, so we want to see if we can win this one. Swansea having a pretty average season so far. Let's see what we can do. The team is, well, it's looking pretty good. We've had a few sort of switches around depending on sort of form. Injuries, haven't had a massive amount of injuries. Marquise has been injured. Gilvey has been injured as well, but they are now back for this one. But Marcus Harness, who played quite well last time, is out for this one. So we'll bring Tom Ince in. Marquise is the top goal scorer so far, 10 goals in the championship. Dane Scarlett's also doing quite well. He has got 7. Sean Raggett is the best performer by far. He is just really good. In fact, let's praise his conduct. I mean, this is a complete lie after what he's just done, but we'll praise it anyway to get his morale up. Marquise as well, because he's really suffering because players who he presumably has never been on a football pitch with are unhappy. But anyway, team for this one then. Gavin Bazuna is going to be in goal. Ogilvy's at left back. Freeman's at right back. Raggets, of course, could be playing. Robertson is suspended. I didn't actually just mention the fact the reason we lost to Crew was because Clark Robertson got sent off, but he's back for this one, so comes in ahead of the extremely unhappy Michael Rose. Lewis Thompson's also injured, so we could play Davenport, but given the fact that he's moaning about stuff, we will play Harvey White instead. Tunnicliffe and Morell are ahead of him. Curtis is on the left-hand side having a dreadful season. So is Tom Ince, but Marquise is up front. Okay, as ever, absolutely thrilling start to proceedings. Finally, there's some action. 22 minutes in, we're coming forwards. White chips the ball forwards. Marquise is apparently onside. It's a save from Bender, though. It doesn't look like he's been called offside. We have got a corner. Bratton Park looking packed to the rafters. White's corner comes in. Raggett can't quite get his header away. And Oliver Ncham is now racing away. He's found McKinstry, and we're looking in danger here, but the effort is cut out. It looks like a full house today, really does. Corner comes in for Swansea, and the effort goes wide. Doesn't seem to matter which series it is, whichever game I choose to record live, it always ends up being just so thrilling. I'm far from pleased, I guess. We haven't seen anything to warrant anything at all. I mean, let's see what happens in the second half. Nothing so far. An hour in. Finally, some more action. That's a bit more like it. Curtis is getting a bit tired. Ince is playing terribly. I only put one winger on the bench, I think, which is just so sensible. Swansea looking to work a move together, try and get themselves an advantage. Ogilvy cuts it out. Not particularly well, though. And at Swansea, they're in and they've scored. McKinstry makes it 1-0. He's been ruled offside, which is good. I don't know what Bazuna was doing in any case. He was offside. I was looking at the other guy. It's a good header, but it means nothing. Bazuna was nowhere, though, and we are nowhere in terms of scoring. Ince is having a shocker. We'll shove Scarlett out there. Curtis is getting a bit tired, so we'll bring on Marcus Brown. Midfield, I mean, all the backup midfielders hate me at this point. I'll put Gape on, I suppose. Triple change, it's bold. Free kick from White, chips it forwards. Raggett's there. It's the best effort we've had so far. I think a point wouldn't be too bad, really. I mean, I don't think we're going to get automatic promotion. I think that was always going to be too much this season. And really, probably, it's for the best we don't get promoted at all. I think another season of the Championship is better to build the squad than to go into the Premier League. I mean, I think we'd probably be all right in the Premier League, but it's best to not do a goal kick forwards. It's gone to Tom Rogic here, and Tom Rogic's effort is powerful, but it's stopped by Bazuna. 2 minutes to go. Let's not throw this away here. I will take the point. That would be sort of, preferable to losing. Corner, which are taking an absolute age with. Manning plays it in. Raggett gets it away, though. Into injury time. No more time for anything. It's a 0-0. So I'm glad you waited half the season for that. I hope you're pleased. Lovely, lovely stuff. I said they were unlucky. They weren't really unlucky, were they? Not really. Great. So we stay third, but now Blackburn are 2 points behind. Brentford are 4 points behind, and we are 4 points behind Fulham. So overall, that's not gone well. Maybe I should have rotated the squad more and kept everyone happy. I don't know. Do real managers do that? I don't think they do, really. Anyway, that is going to be that for today. Is that our first draw all season? Oh no, we have had a few. I was like, is that literally the first draw? No, it's quite clearly not. But that does draw things to a close. We will be back next time for the end of the season. I mean, if we are going to be automatically promoted, we'll be back for whichever game may or may not determine that. Obviously, it might go wrong. If we are in the playoffs, which is probably more likely, we will come back for the playoffs. If we're in nothing, if we fall out of the playoffs altogether, we will be back for the final game of the season against Nottingham Forest, I suppose. But we shall see. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to watch the East Anglian Journeyman series as well. I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun to make and a lot of fun, I think, to watch. I mean, I would say that. I made it. Just to say as well, the Chelsea save is on a hiatus due to current events at time of recording. I just, yeah, not in the mood for it really, shall we say. So yes, yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, share on your social media platforms, and I'll see you next time, where maybe we'll be being promoted to the Premier League, but more likely we won't.